Dear friends, today, let's talk about a nutrient often overlooked but absolutely crucial for our health, especially as we age. It is vitamin B1, also known as thiamine. Some researchers even call it the longevity vitamin No.1. Why is that? Let's find out together. Vitamin B1 is one of the 8 B vitamins responsible for converting the food we eat into energy that our bodies can use. Without B1, the carbohydrates, fats, and proteins we consume cannot be transformed into energy. That's why B1 is like a spark plug in our bodies. Without it, the engine cannot run. But B1 is not only related to energy, it also plays a vital role in the health of the nervous system, brain, and heart. Many doctors in the U.S. have emphasized that when the body lacks B1, the brain and heart are the first to suffer. Why is vitamin B1 called the longevity vitamin No.1? Researchers at Johns Hopkins University have shown that B1 deficiency is closely linked to many conditions we often see in older adults. Memory decline, confusion, or even dementia. Chronic fatigue, exhaustion, heart problems, palpitations, arrhythmias, or heart failure. Digestive problems, poor appetite, indigestion, abdominal bloating, muscle weakness, leg pain, and even neurological pain. When older people get enough vitamin B1, not only do they have more energy, but their brains are sharper, their memory improves, their hearts are healthier, and their mood is better. That's why scientists call it the No.1 Longevity Vitamin, because without it, every system in the body declines. You may ask, how do I know if I am deficient in B1? Well, here are some signs. You feel tired all the time, even after a full night's sleep. You have difficulty concentrating, or your memory is not what it used to be. You suffer from insomnia or have a restless sleep. You experience frequent bouts of anxiety or stress. You have digestive issues like gas, bloating, or constipation. If you have high blood pressure or cardiovascular disease. If you have diabetes or prediabetes. You drink alcohol regularly or take diuretics. You have a poor diet lacking in whole grains, nuts, or seeds. If you recognize these symptoms, don't worry. Just by making a few simple changes, you can ensure you get enough B1. Eat foods rich in B1, such as pork chops, salmon, soy products, nuts, and whole grains. Take a B1 supplement. These are usually safe and can help boost your energy levels and overall health. Dear friends, vitamin B1 is essential for everyone, but especially for older adults. By taking these simple steps, we can help ensure that our bodies get the B1 they need to stay healthy and active as we age. Remember, a little B1 goes a long way. So today, let's raise a glass to B1, the longevity vitamin that keeps us going strong. Thank you for watching. See you next time. This is the silent danger of B1 deficiency. Although we have an abundance of food in the U.S., a quiet epidemic of B1 deficiency exists. The reason is simple. Most Americans eat too much refined food, such as white rice, white bread, or processed products. During refinement, the outer layer of the grain where B1 is concentrated is stripped away. A century ago, doctors in the U.S. saw a strange disease in communities that ate a lot of refined rice and flour. Patients had weakness, edema, heart failure, and even paralysis. They were deficient in vitamin B1. Today, the severe form of this disease is rare. But many elderly people still have what is called hidden deficiency. It doesn't show obvious symptoms, but over time, it silently damages the brain, heart, and metabolism. Why are the elderly especially at risk of B1 deficiency? 1. As we age, our digestive system weakens, making it harder to absorb B1. 2. Chronic diseases like diabetes, heart failure, or digestive disorders increase the need for B1. 3. Medications commonly used by older adults, such as diuretics, acid reducers, and antibiotics, cause the body to excrete B1 faster. And 4. Alcohol. Even a small daily habit of drinking wine or beer can reduce B1 absorption by 50%. That's why researchers at the Mayo Clinic warn that older adults need more B1 than younger people. But in reality, they often get less. 7 signs you may lack B1. Do you often feel tired and weak? Even after a full night's sleep, you may be lacking in vitamin B1. Pay attention to these 7 signs. No. Constant fatigue, even after sleeping. Number 2. Loss of appetite. 3. Indigestion, bloating. 4. Numbness, tingling in your hands or feet. 5. Memory loss. 6. Difficulty concentrating. And number 7. Palpitations, shortness of breath, rapid heartbeat. If you often experience these symptoms, it could be an early sign that your body is lacking vitamin B1. Fortunately, we can easily get B1 from everyday foods. The richest sources are whole grains like brown rice, whole wheat bread, and oats. Legumes like beans, lentils, and peas. Seeds and nuts like sunflower seeds. Sesame, peanuts, and walnuts, as well as pork, which is the richest meat source of B1. And finally, green vegetables like spinach, kale, and Brussels sprouts. Nutrition experts at Harvard recommend that older adults should eat a varied diet, especially whole grains, beans, and nuts, to ensure adequate B1 intake every day. Should you take B1 supplements? In many cases, yes. If you are elderly, suffer from chronic illness, or are taking medications, your B1 needs may be higher than what food can provide. Doctors in the U.S. often prescribe B1 or B-complex supplements to patients with fatigue, heart problems, or neuropathy. Supplementing B1 not only boosts energy, but also protects the heart and brain. However, supplementation should be done under a doctor's guidance to ensure the right dose and avoid interactions with medications. A story from America. At a hospital in California, doctors encountered an 82-year-old man who had frequent memory lapses, constant fatigue, and leg numbness. His family feared dementia. After tests, doctors found his brain and heart were healthy, but his vitamin B1 level was extremely low. After just a few weeks of B1 supplementation, his memory improved, his energy returned, and his legs felt lighter. This real-life story shows us how important such a small vitamin can be. Let's delve deeper into B1. What is it? Why do we need it? And what happens if we don't get enough? First, B1 is a water-soluble vitamin that plays a crucial role in converting food into energy. It helps break down carbohydrates, fats, and proteins, making their energy available to our cells. B1 is also essential for maintaining healthy nerves and preventing nerve damage. Additionally, B1 helps regulate heart rhythm and lower blood pressure, contributing to overall cardiovascular health. Why might someone need to supplement B1? As we age, our ability to absorb nutrients from food, including B1, diminishes. This is especially true as we enter our 60s and beyond. Older adults may require higher doses of B1 to meet their daily requirements. People with chronic illnesses like diabetes, thyroid disorders, or digestive issues often have increased B1 needs due to higher energy demands or reduced absorption. Those taking certain medications, diuretics, for example, can also experience B1 depletion as a side effect. But what happens when we don't get enough B1? The consequences can be significant. B1 deficiency can lead to fatigue, weakness, and brain fog. You may find yourself constantly tired with difficulty concentrating. As the deficiency progresses, neurological problems can arise, including nerve pain, tingling sensations, and muscle cramps. B1 is vital for maintaining healthy blood vessels. So a deficiency can contribute to high blood pressure and cardiovascular disease. Moreover, B1 plays a role in regulating cholesterol levels. A lack of B1 can lead to elevated cholesterol, increasing the risk of heart disease. Are you at risk of B1 deficiency? Consider taking a B1 supplement if you're over 50, have chronic health issues, or are on long-term medication. Always consult your doctor before starting any new supplement. Conclusion: don't overlook B1. Friends, we often focus on calcium, vitamin D, or omega-3. But sometimes, what we lack the most is the simplest nutrient, vitamin B1. If we want to live long with a sharp brain, a healthy heart, and abundant energy, let's pay attention to this vitamin. Add more whole grains, beans, nuts, vegetables, and pork to your daily diet. If needed, talk to your doctor about B1 supplements.